Hi, good evening, everyone. We will be starting in a couple of minutes, so let's just wait for a few more other people to join in. Meanwhile, if you want, guys, you can just turn on your cameras and maybe introduce yourself. We have Manish, Naveen, Pavman, Ashish, Sailesh, Purna, Tanishka, Videsh. We are waiting for other people to join in. Just give us maybe 2-3 minutes more and we'll start it.
Okay, I think we can start.
Okay, all right. So, once again, very warm welcome to everyone. Good evening. Uh, my name is Shantashri Chatterjee, and I'll be your host for this session. So, we are really, really glad to have you here for this exclusive webinar, sorry, organized by Cyber GRC, a fast growing training and consulting company focused on governance, risk, and compliance. At Cyber GRC, we help working professionals and organizations enhance their cybersecurity posture through expert lead training and real world implementation support. Okay, so guys, today we are joined by two industry experts who bring immense knowledge and experience in this field. Okay, first we have Mr. Love. Hi, Love.
Hi, Chandrasekhar.
So, Mr. Love Johar, he is a highly respected ISO 27001 lead implementer and cybersecurity trainer who has mentored hundreds of professionals in GRC and the implementation of various standards. Alongside, we have Mr. Jayant. Hi, Jayant.
Hi, Shatashri. Good evening to you and everyone. Nice to have it here.
Yes, Mr. Jayant is a GRC consultant with deep expertise in ISO 22301 and business continuity management systems, with experience working with multiple corporates across domains. Hi, both of you. They are our trainers. They will be guiding you throughout the webinar today. Along with them, I have Sugandha. She is the head of operations at Cyber GRC. Hi, Sugandha.
Hi, Shantashri.
Very good
Glad to be a
evening.
part of this webinar.
Yes. We also have Nishkash Tyagi. He is the head of sales and marketing. Hi, Nishkash. I think we are not able to hear him. Are you guys able to hear him?
No, not as well.
Okay, Nishkash, we are not able to hear
I'm
you.
audible now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So hi everyone. Hi Shantashri. So good
Hello.
to see you and good to see the smiling faces.
Yes. So, everyone together, Love and Jayant will be going to take you through how ISO 27001 and ISO 22301 can not only add value to your career, but also to your organization's security and resilience. Okay. Before starting the session, I would just like to ask Sugandha few things. Sugandha, if you can tell me a little bit, about this session, what we are going to have today, so that our the students, the viewers that we are having, they're attending the seminar, they get a gist of what is being covered now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you can see the name Cyber GRC, that means we are into the digital era, right? Where we handle the security, every aspect to secure our system, data, information, right? And we at Cyber GRC are ensuring that every individual that joins us, be it fresher, be it a seasoned professional, or anyone who is looking for a transition, right? They get the great aspects, get a great learning of security, the terminologies, and how to implement them in their day-to-day life at their workplaces. Apart from this, we'll also discuss what all services we are providing related to GRC and ISO standards that we cover, be it artificial intelligence, be it business continuity, privacy, or information security. So, we will be covering all the aspects in today's webinar. And further, we have courses that will be helping them to understand and implement them, even if it's a service they go for or for the courses they enroll. That's an overview. That's it.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I think, this webinar is going to be really, insightful and informative for all of these people who have joined today. Also, I would like to ask Love something. Love, you have worked in so many companies. You are, quite a master in this field. Uh, just a question, why should someone, join Cyber GRC and not multiple competitors who are in the market?
Yeah, thank you so much, Chandrasri. And see, I always talk about the perspective of having hands-on practical implementation, right? And whenever we talk about cybersecurity, be it any domain, be it GRC also, so people want to know how exactly can they implement a policy, how exactly they can do a risk assessment, how exactly they can do internal audits. So basically, they want to do hands-on. So, keeping that thought in mind, all the courses that are designed in Cyber GRC are without slides. So, our perspective here is not to give you slides. Our perspective is here is to give you exactly how it's happening in the industry. That's how Cyber GRC is different. We are not focused on the slides. We are not focused on the content. We are focused on your learning. What exactly are you getting out of this course, out of this training once you are done? Are you able to implement the standard in an organization? Do you feel that comfort level? Do you think you'll be able to do that? These are the things that the faculty in Cyber GRC is focusing on. Our perspective here is not to finish the courses in 40 hours. Our perspective here is to make sure that the students, the audience actually understands why this standard is required, how they can implement, and what is the best way and effective way for the implementation. These are the things why Cyber GRC stands for.
I think that's a very, unique point because right now in industries, everybody looks to, talk about skills and, practical knowledge. Just reading, theoretical things will not help us in real-time industry when you go to the industry and face them. So that is why Cyber GRC is different from, other competitors. So great. Uh, Guys, if you have questions, you can please feel free to drop those questions in the chat box. We will be addressing all these questions maybe during the session or after the session, whatever it is. It's all depending on the speakers who are going to take it up. So please drop your questions in the chat box. Now, so I think without any further delay, I would now like to hand it over to Mr. Love Johar to kickstart the session. Love, please take it over.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Guys, we'll be now going to the slides. Okay. Any questions, if you have any doubts that you have, anything that you want to ask, please feel free. It's a humble request. See, we are here to make you understand all this, right? So if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt, right? And you can add your questions in the chat box, or if you want, you can stop us in the middle of the, presentation also. You can speak up also. Not an issue. Okay. I think Shantaji, somebody had a question.
Is a session about different courses offered in Cyber GRC and how they can benefit us if we join. Naveen had a question.
That is absolutely true, 200% right. This session is for you, right? And all the courses that Cyber GRC will be offering. You're absolutely right, Naveen.
So I hope, Naveen, you will have a great time learning here. So please stay tuned and look forward to learn from the webinar.
Okay. Jent, let's get started. Oh, no, I think this is for Sugandha and Nishkash, right? Go ahead. I getting you on mute, Sugandha.
Okay. So welcome everyone to Cyber GRC. This is a webinar that we are conducting just to make you understand what we are going to do and the best faculty that we have, right? So we'll be providing you with all the ISO standards, trainings related to it. And the best part is that we'll be focusing more on the hands-on because we have the industrial experts who are more focused on implementing them rather than just going through the notes and delivering a theoretical part. Because theory is available everywhere that you can go through, right? But how to implement that in your workplaces, how to take your career to a step ahead, be you are a fresher or you just want to change your career aspect. So you can enroll in these and get connected with our best faculty. Apart from this, we will also be having our WhatsApp groups channels. Maybe many of you are added in that. So we are always connected with you for reaching out. You can connect with us, raise your queries. We'll be getting answers over there. So that is all we'll be dealing with in the Cyber GRC. So I hope you get an overview when you enroll with us, join our session, and complete with our complete this journey with us. So we are having a special guest, Love Johar. Many of you would be aware of him, who has been in this industry for past many years and has given a great impact and has trained n number of students and has also implemented in his services in various sectors. And apart from this, we are also having Mr. Jayan, who will be having a hands-on practice and hands-on implementation with everyone, right? So in the sessions, you don't have to worry that how are we going to handle real case scenarios when we are at our workplaces, right? So he'll be addressing all your basic concerns, case studies will be provided, and that is what we generally target in Cyber GRC because there are many organizations in the market that we see who are just focused on delivering their content. But we at Cyber GRC won't be doing that. We are totally into the project-based part. We will be having n number of projects where we will also ask our students, those who enroll, be the professionals or the freshers who are stepping in. They'll be working on the hands-on practice. They'll be doing certain practical projects. So they get an awareness of the projects that are being done in the industry, right? So that will be all. Okay.
Okay, let me take over from here, Sugandha. Thank you. It's a great opportunity to be on this platform now. Well, once again, good evening to each and everyone. Maybe you all are might joining from different time zones, so it's all greetings from my end. To start with this GRC, maybe let me take you back again, like how I started in this domain. Basically, I think most of us will be having these questions, right? When we all think of getting into these domains on computers and all, we all think of getting into. We all know like getting into technical domain, right? And few of them are targeting on the management, and there is a other vertical which we talk about techno management, right? So these are the major three verticals we have it. Now in we all know technical and techno like management. Now when we talk about techno management, there is an other word like past from about 4 5 years, industry is buzzing or talking much about this GRC. So it's very crucial, high time for all of us to understand what is that GRC is all about, right? So again, to elaborate on this GRC, GRC stands for governance, risk, and compliance here, right? Uh, when we talk about an organization here, any organization, it can be any organization, they have a certain objectives here, right? So objective can be in the form of commercial or in the form of having and building and maintaining the reputation, right? Again, to achieve this objective, uh, organization might have multiple opportunities followed with a risk as well, right? And to achieve both of things, yes, organization has to follow certain laws and regulations. This is where this GRC comes into place basically, which covers all the three aspects, like helping organization to set the objective and to monitor and to achieve that. And when we talk about certain risk in the organization in their process of building their organization, of course there will be a lot of risk, right? And the big challenge is how do we identify that risk, how do we handle and mitigate that risk. That is all about a risk part what we talk about. And when we talk about compliance, it's all about any organization, it can be any different industries or any like it has to follow certain laws and regulations. This is all the compliance part talks about, right?
Just stay on the same slide. Back. Yeah. So thank you, Janet. One more aspect to understand is that what if we don't have GRC? What will happen? Okay. What if you don't have governance? What if you don't have risk? What if you don't have compliance? So let us try to understand that so that you get a better perspective over this. So basically, governance, if there is not there, right? That means there is no defined roles and responsibilities. There is no defined direction for any employee to go. There is no defined, decision making in the company. There is no defined hierarchy in the company. There are misaligned business objectives, right? So this is the lack of governance, what you see, right? Because of this, now what will happen? Your projects will fail, your teams will work in silos, your leadership might not be, able to support you. So these are a lot of challenges when it comes to governance and its absence. Right. Similarly, when you have risk management absence, you don't know what are the risks that are surrounding to your organization, right? You don't know what is the type of incident that can harm your organization, right? What are the cyber attacks that your organization are prone to? You don't have any idea if you don't have proper risk management, right? Similarly, if you're not following compliance, it's very basic. You will get into legal penalties. You will get into legal violations. You will get into, data breaches. All these things will happen because right now you're not actually aligned with the compliances, right? So you must have heard about GDPR, Sarbanes-Oxley. All these are compliances that the industries have to follow. HIPAA, all these are compliances. So if you're not following governance, risk, and compliance, you see how the business can get into a lot of trouble very easily. That is why if you want to reach your end goal for the business and you want to achieve the, end product or services, whatever you're offering as a business, you have to get aligned with GRC. It's of utmost importance, right? Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
Truly well said, Law. Yeah. Well, now when we just explained about what is GRC and all, now let us cover the components of it. I myself and Law briefed it. So it's all about governance, risk management, and compliances. So to understand what is governance here, see, basically governance is nothing but how the organization is directed and controlled, basically, right? So basically, and this is the function of the board. So every organization having their own board, and it will be a function of that to direct and control that organizations. So as you see on the slides, we have a different it can be of strategic planning with respect to business objectives, right? And setting up policies and what all the framework it has to be followed there. As Love was saying, we have different frameworks to achieve these objectives, and to stand out in the industry, we need to have a thorough understanding of those frameworks, right? And but definitely we have a board overview on this as well, right? And now the risk management. Now when we talk about risk, risk is something which hamper your growth as a organizations, right? So it is very crucial for any organization to identify the risk they have it. The risk can be in multiple forms, right? So we need to identify those risks, assess that, mitigate this, right? And even after that, we have to keep on monitoring regularly those risks. Without identifying, mitigating the risk or controlling the risk, it is literally not possible to achieve the objectives of the organization or the what board has set it, right? So this plays a crucial part when we talk about GRC, risk management, right? So here too, when we talk about risk management, we have a cyber security risk, a financial risk, third party vendor risk, right? Third party or vendor, what we talk about when we hire some vendors, what are all the scrutinization we have to, how do we need to validate them before onboarding, how to manage the vendors. Many of them, they are not about aware of this vendor risks and all, right? Sorry, is some having, somebody
Yeah,
is having
I think
question?
no, I
Take
think
that.
Malesh, you need to mute yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Now I got when we talk about compliances, compliances is all about any other organization has to follow certain rules, laws, regulations, and all, right, to achieve the set goals. Example, we have ISO 27001, GDRP, SOX, DPDPX, and many others are there. This all comes with different industry nature of business they are into, right? So that is when the compliance comes into the picture here.
Okay. Thank you, Jen. Guys, any questions so far? Anything that you want to ask? Are you clear? Anything so far? Any doubts that you have?
Yeah, Naveen has a question. So, isn't 27001 a part of risk?
Definitely, Naveen,
Yes.
27001 does takes risk management as a part of it. You're right. And in fact, to cover it all, if somebody knows how to implement 27001, you can actually cover all the three aspects of governance, risk, and compliance together because it is designed in that manner. So absolutely, you're right.
So this ISO 27000 stands to be a very, very essential and basic requirement when it comes to the frameworks, right? It
Right.
can be any organization, any nature of business they are into. It's very essential to have that implemented in their organization.
Right. And any other questions? I have
Anyone?
Abhishek, Imran, Manish, uh, Nayan. Any questions? Purna, Praneeth, Shailesh. Anybody has any questions?
Can I ask another one?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
N
Please
Nobody's
go
number,
ahead.
charging
Naveen,
you.
N number you can
Yeah,
ask.
nobody's charging you. Go ahead.
Sorry, means I did not want to be the only one asking the
No, no, no.
questions.
We want you to
Yep.
be the only one so that others can wake up, right? They're sleeping. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So I'm sorry for all the noises because I'm in the middle of the road,
No, no,
but
no.
I
Go ahead, go
wanted
ahead,
to join
go
the
ahead,
session.
go ahead.
So I wanted to know if someone only knows 27001 but is
Hmm,
not certified enough. So
hmm.
is he will he be able to move to GRC or specifically risk because it's a bigger domain and someone like me if he wants to switch.
Very good question, Naveen. So, if somebody knows how to implement ISO 27001, as an implementer, you do not need a global certification. That is not required. But definitely, you'll be able to, go into a consultant role. However, if you are talking about audit side of things, then definitely you need a global certification for that. Otherwise, you'll not be able to audit any organization. Okay. So these are the two
Something
aspects.
I Yes, I wanted to know if it's something related to technical because I want to be in touch with the technical but not go deep dive into coding and all.
Okay. So
Will
your
that be a
inclination.
part of this implementation? Yeah.
Yes, technicalities are a part of the implementation because the 93 controls that you have, the organizational controls, the physical controls, and the four categories that you have, definitely a lot of the controls are technical also. So somebody has to be like, it's completely not a non-technical thing at all. You have to be technical to understand it.
Right, adding to that again for Naveen questions again, when you talk about being in technical and still following these standards, definitely Naveen, it is going to be a big hand support for you as well. Like,
Right,
say,
right,
example, if I talk about if you're working in core networking, example on the switches, routers, firewalls, it all works on the information, right? right? So we have to safeguard that information. That is what all about 27001 talks about.
I
So
Definitely it
think
carries a big weight for that.
is knowing about this only enough? So means how
No,
would
no, no,
someone?
not knowing,
So,
Naveen, not knowing. Again, you need to know
uh-huh.
how to implement. Knowing is not
Yes,
enough. Knowing is only
yes.
10%. 90% is how to implement actually.
So are there some projects and something like that we do in coding, and like I have made
Yes,
this particular
yes.
software and okay.
Similarly, if you join the courses of Cyber GRC,
Uh-huh.
there will
Uh-huh.
be hands-on live projects which you will get, where you will be implementing end-to-end entire ISO 27001 implementation, like you're
And
doing in a live organization. Yeah.
we can showcase them in our resumes, and we can prove
Definitely,
that we know
definitely,
we know about that.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely,
Okay.
yes. Because you are the one who is performing it, right? Nobody else.
Okay. Okay. Got your point.
Naveen, since
Got it.
you're talking much about development, coding, and all, this 27001 talks about software development life cycle as well.
Okay.
Configuration management, this
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
coding, all these things, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is part, it covers all the verticals, information
Okay.
security management systems.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you, Naveen. Yeah.
Thank you.
Saranya.
yeah, we have Saranya. Saranya, please go ahead. Saranya, you're on mute. I think Pavman also wants to ask a question, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there. Can I ask? Sharanya this side.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
go
Good,
go
ahead,
ahead,
good,
go ahead,
Sharon.
go
Sharanya.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, love. I've been following your WhatsApp group since last 1 month, and I'm actually currently working with. I'm going through job transit right now. I've worked with a leading Australian bank and also J&J's consumer product division into governance and risk, mostly with sanctions and AML. So once my job transition is completed, I would love to, show my interest with some of your courses. I see it very promising by attending a couple of webinars that has been taking place over last few days. So
Thank
if
you.
you could guide me exactly where should I begin, since there are like plethora of courses and each of them has their respective set of, So in terms of a job transit or to make my, profile more driven towards the industry, which course should I enroll first and subsequently the second one, if I could get a guidance on that, so
Definitely,
from your
definitely.
side.
First of all, a very good question. And I think a lot of the people who are watching must be having this question in their mind, but they are hesitant to ask this. So thank you so much for first of all asking this question. And see, anybody who wants to transition into GRC, first and foremost, they have to go with ISO 27001. Okay. And Jayant can add
Mhm.
on that. Jayant, why is it so important for everybody to start with ISO 27000? What do you say?
See, basically, we all deal with day in and day out, we all deal with information, data, information, and all, right? Until and then you don't know how to secure that, right? Whichever domain you are in, you need to know how to secure that information. That's a bread and butter of any organization or any individual who are there working in those domains, right? So you need to know how to secure it. So how do you get that information in a secured and standard way, like structured way, I can say about. So this ISO 27000 teaches you to follow that procedure in a structured way, right? What we call it as confidentiality, integrity, availability, all that will be covered in detail in this ISO 20001.
Right, right. And after doing 27001, once you have got a gist of things on 27001, once you know how to implement that standard, then you have three paths after that. Okay. First path is to go for auditing, second path is to go towards the risk side, and the third path is to go towards the compliance side. For example, if you want to go to the audit side of things, then you have very big courses like CISA. After that, you can aim for CISA. And if you want to go for risk side, after that, you can directly go for C risk. That is also there. And if you want to learn about compliances, That is the beauty now of Cyber GRC. You have all the compliances being offered here, and you can learn any compliance with us and learn how to implement that. We are offering you PCI DSS also. We are offering you SOC 1 and SOC 2 implementations also. We are offering you NIST implementations also. So all these are offered as training courses, which is nowhere provided as of now. You can see. So this will actually help you to understand the compliance part of things. Okay, so these are the three paths
Love, one
actually after that. Yeah.
critical, in terms of understanding the critical difference. If let's say I want to know about the difference between the option 2 and option 3, how to differentiate and understand? Because as of now, what I understand from risk is like, suppliers risk, or into, sanctions, or into AML compliances and all, anti-bribery, anti-corruption, GDPR laws of Europe. So these all things I've worked with till now. So if
Okay.
I want to know, like after doing an ISO 27001, so how to understand whether I should go for risk part or compliance part?
Very easy. Very easy. Whatever interests you more. Okay. I have seen people who are doing risk assessment 5 times a day because their clients are like, multi-billionaire clients, and they have to do that because the risks are, every now and then they are changing. People love doing that. If you love that, definitely risk is your area. If you are inclined towards different types of compliances, for example, if you love about GDPR, SOC 1, SOC 2, PCI DSS, if you love about all these compliances, definitely go towards the compliance side. And both of them are highly in demand. Don't think that, even one of them is not in demand. And definitely, if you work towards the risk side of things, nowadays, especially when we have AI, now AI related risks are coming. When we have third party related risks are coming. So the demand for risk professionals are actually increasing in the market a lot, right? So that's how you need to look at it. But again, as per your interest, if your interest is towards the compliance side, you actually want to foresee how an organization is implementing the compliances, then you can go towards that.
So, Love, just to add one short point on that note, let me tell you that I'm also doing my master's in business law from the prestigious National Law School. And also, next year, I'm planning
Many
for a
people know me there.
master's. Thank you. And also, I'm planning for one more professional LLM from National Law University, Delhi, Dwarka, which is one
Right,
year's LLM. So,
right.
considering I'm into legal part as well, so
Hmm.
which one would you prescribe me to
Definitely
go with,
without
risk
even
or
thinking
compliance?
compliance. Without even thinking compliance, if you are a legal side, without thinking. Because that is your bread and
And
butter, right?
right.
Yeah, without even thinking.
So, who should I get in touch with you from your team to get those, e-brochures so that I can
Nishkash?
consider
Nishkash is there?
and study?
Right, Nishkash?
Yeah, so we can connect after this session. Okay. So in case you will be having any question or inquiry regarding the training session, so we can discuss that. Okay.
Sure, love. I would love your team to get in touch with me. And thank you. Thank you for this fantastic podium to raise the questions. I am really indebted and grateful to you and all your team members. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for
Yeah,
appreciation. Yeah.
thank you. Who is
Love, we have
next?
a
Yeah,
question. We have a question meanwhile from Naveen.
yeah,
Out of
go
the
ahead.
so many certification that you offer, which has better and more promising career?
Oh, this is a tricky one now.
He wants to choose one.
The most trickiest
Love,
one
let me
somebody has asked
take
me
up
so
this
far. Yeah, yeah,
question.
go
I
ahead,
think
go
I
ahead, go ahead.
answered already.
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead.
yeah, anything to understand further on this, I think this ISO 20001 stands to be a base for that. Only
That is
then,
true. That is true.
once you
Yeah.
understand the different verticals, what are the modules in the ISO
Only then you can work
27000,
towards it.
you can
Yeah,
think
exactly.
about you will get some idea to think in the domain that you want to
Right,
take up further
right,
based
right.
on your interest again,
Right. That's so true.
right?
That's so true. But again, if you're interested towards that, if your interest is not towards information security, if you're interested towards business continuity, then you have 22301 also. If you're interested towards AI side of things, because nowadays AI has also come up, then we have AIMS for you also. Okay. And if your interest is again towards privacy, because nowadays, even in India, we have DPDP coming up. I don't know how many of you saw my session with the lawyers recently from the Bar Council. There we were discussing about DPDP acts also, right? right? So I think that is also an area of interest which is coming up. So for that you can go for PIMS also, right? So yeah, but definitely as a starting point, Jan rightly mentioned, 200% go for 27,001. That is your foundation, and if that is laid fine, I think rest of them is a cakewalk, to be honest.
Okay, so we have next Pavman. He was waiting for us. Pavman, please go ahead. You can speak about your question, although you have mentioned over here, but still,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Hi, good evening, all. Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes,
Hello,
yes, you are.
I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Are we using any risk assessment tools in the course or something, or just we are using any Excel parts or something?
If you want, we can touch on Iramba. Iramba is an open source tool. If you want, on the last couple of days when we are ending the session, we can give you a brief about how to work on Iramba. That we can do.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank
that
you.
would be a that would be
Thank
a
you.
good hands-on. That would be a good hands-on because people do ask about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. Thank you. Thanks for this.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
We have a very good message from Vyasaraju Praveen. Praveen says, "Love Johar. Thank you for making me understand. I'm not aware about others, but I'm happy and understanding from you. I heard about you a lot in our market, but now experienced your knowledge in live. I'm very much happy that you're saying taking reference of Chat GPT since your GPT inbuilt within you. Oh, great! Thank you so much for the basic information and knowledge."
Thank
I
you.
think
Thank you.
Praveen, yeah, we have Manish also raised. And Sharanya, you want to ask something else? Okay, I think, yeah. Manish, you can please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good evening. So I have a one doubt, okay, and actually, I've been working from past 6 months into fixing vulnerabilities on our environment, and I'm be part of a Windows admin, and I've been fixing whatever KPMG I'm being providing the what report from the Nexus tool, and I've been fixing those. So my doubt is, I have a knowledge on DevOps tools, and I'm just looking like nowadays I'm just getting a trigger to learn more about that security. So I'm just confused because though I'm fixing this vulnerability, and even I'm know about hardening group policies, those things. So which um, what is that? Which security I should go from taking this as a knowledge? So that is my doubt. I don't know because this is the first time I'm being listening to all this risk and all. But that's my question. So if you guide me, that will be helpful.
Okay, okay.
Love, let me take
Yeah,
initially
go
for
ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
this. Praveen, it's a good question, definitely. See, you definitely, based on your VAPT and all vulnerability management, you do
Yeah.
harden the configuration, devices, all that is there, fine. But what happens after you do that actually, right? Somebody has
Mm.
to monitor that, and somebody has to scan it again, right? The
Yes.
network or wherever you are, right? That is where all this standards, frameworks comes into the picture,
Hmm.
right?
See.
Monitoring, yeah.
Yeah. So whatever fixing we are doing, right, we are giving to the KPMG team, and they will again rescan that from the tool, and they will again fetch a report. So that is I'm doing some technical work, but I have to carry this as a technical plus that security. So what would be the good field in terms of security? That's my actually question. Actually.
Okay. So basically, what is your interest area? Like when you say you're doing it for the last 6 months, do you enjoy it or you just do it for the sake of doing it?
Uh,
That's
No, no,
yeah,
it's
good.
a
but
very important question. It's a very important question. That's why I'm asking.
yeah, I love fixing those VAs. That's my part actually.
If you
So,
see, if you love doing that, that means you're technically more inclined, right? You're not
mm,
inclined towards management side of things. So that means you should go for CompTIA Security Plus. So CompTIA Security Plus will give you complete end-to-end understanding about the entire technical portfolio of how things works and all that. Okay, and VAPT will be 5 to 10% part of the entire curriculum, but definitely you will be having a complete understanding on the all technical side of things. Okay, so that's where you should go. Immediately go for CompTIA Security Plus.
Okay, so that include it's more of security plus technical, right?
Entirely technical. CompTIA Security Plus is entirely technical. It will give you a complete understanding about what are the technicalities in terms of security. It also talks about risk as well, compliance also. It is also a very good certification for somebody who is inclined towards technical side of things, right? Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I had an adding question here.
Yeah.
Since you were discussing about interest and all these things, so I also wanted to know how do I find my interest if I'm more inclined towards this blue teaming or this GRC thing, because I've tried to.
Simple.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy doing that or you're frustrated after that? Simple.
I actually I enjoy more doing those things, but the idea of learning every day and keep on learning many things and still not knowing many things, so that scares me. So that is why I'm more inclined towards GRC. I think that
So that is
because
that means you're somehow frustrated, right? Some part of it is actually troubling you. Got it?
but I tried to learn about GRC and tried to learn some of the read some of the things about GRC or 27001, but I
Hmm.
was not able to even keep up for half an hour. But in case of
Naveen,
yes.
if it would have been so easy, instructors like me and Prab Nair would not existed so far, right?
Yes.
So we are here for a reason, man. Come on.
Uh-huh. No, I
Yeah.
just wanted to know, means
It's not
am I
easy.
going to
It's
the
not
right
easy.
path or
It's
am I
not
going?
easy. No. What
Uh-huh.
you're doing is absolutely right, but somebody cannot understand the entire standard by themselves. Practically not possible. When I read it in 2015, I slept.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a common tendency. What's happening to you is absolutely
Uh,
happening to everybody, right? But
okay.
you need the right guidance. That's what you need, right?
Okay. But in when I'm reading those, oh, how to attack this thing, how to crack this password, so I'm happier in that case. I think so, because I was
See,
able to complete a 30-day streak on that try hack me thing.
okay,
And
again, if you are inclined towards technical side, then CompTIA Security Plus. Very simple. If you are
Mhm.
inclined towards GRC, then ISO 27001. This is the first step you have to take.
No, that's what I was asking. Once, is there any way for me to how do I find my niche means up
Whatever you
among these
enjoy,
two?
whatever you enjoy. But see, Naveen, only one thing I can tell you from the
Mm-hmm.
looks of it right now, you don't have the exact understanding towards GRC, right? Because you have only
Yes.
studied ISO somehow. But that does not gives you the entire flow, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
join the course at least, you'll get the
Mm-hmm.
idea of what GRC is all about, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
after that, you can make a decision. It will be very easy for you. For example, if after 5 sessions you're sleeping in the class, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
You're designed for technical stuff, but even if
Mm-hmm.
after that complete 20 sessions or 25 sessions, if you are
Mm-hmm.
happy and you're responding to the questions in the classroom, that means you're
Mm-hmm.
fit for GRC. Very simple.
Okay. So are there any kind of refund policies too? Means in case someone
We
wants
will
to opt out.
we will give you 200% refund. Come on, yeah.
No, I just wanted to know, means if I get to know that this thing is not for
Why
me.
not? Why not? Yeah, we are
Okay.
not. Nobody is taking your money away. Come on, yeah.
No, I just wanted to know, means that's a genuine question, I guess.
See, somebody like me has a big reputation behind us, right? So me and
Uh-huh.
Prabna, nobody from us would actually ever do that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
feel free on that note.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank.
yeah.
But adding to this, what I
Yeah,
advise is while
yeah.
you study ISO or whatever it is there, you try to correlate that your day-to-day activities,
See,
right?
Jayant,
Uh,
again, as an individual, it's not possible. I have tried that route, right? It's the
okay.
language is so difficult, the clauses are so difficult that they won't understand. It's not easy.
Yeah. Maybe it depends on the individual. Definitely. Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Okay, because you need somebody to guide you through that.
Yeah, guiding is definitely how much ever you guide, end of the day, a
Right,
person has to involve in himself, right? He
right.
has to
That is
dig in
important.
detail. That's
Yeah,
very important. That is
that's
when the
important.
interest comes in them.
Right.
And
But
that
interest will,
is,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, and that is where I think Jayant and Love will help all of these, all of you,
Yes,
especially Naveen. Don't worry
exactly.
about it, to learn all these
Yeah,
things. And you'll be
exactly.
expert by the end of the course, I'm sure.
Exactly. At least you'll get a taste of it. That's what I would
Yes.
definitely say. Because right now you haven't even tasted the Maggie. You just seen it and you thrown it away. That's it. Okay. So
Any other
anybody else?
question?
Yeah.
No, I think we can carry on.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
interaction, guys. Yeah. So yeah, go on, Chet.
Okay, now the big question, why GRC again? Many of you had similar questions now, more or less, but still, why GRC again? The big question. See, it covers the multiple aspects. Like we can talk about, as we explained, risk is a major aspects in any organization. So, how to identify, how to mitigate, how to handle, monitor it, reducing the risk basically. See, the risk can be in the form of cyber attacks, legal penalties, like reputation loss. All that we talks about risk, right? Next, we can talk about the basically the proactively managing that managing the risk, right? And to ensure legal and regulatory compliances, which comes under all these compliance parts. And the major part is to build the trust with the stakeholders, which is very important in any organization to have the trust in the stakeholders basically, or the investors. Okay, and basically all this will improves the decision making through with the help of the policy and procedure in an organizations, right? Well, these stands out to be a major benefit with respect to having a GRC. Love, you
Yeah,
can add, yeah, based
yeah.
on your.
Basically, most importantly, what I would say is that a company without GRC, I have seen that company also, to be honest, because I'm being in the industry for so long. And only one thing I can say, without GRC, it's all chaos. Nothing is defined, no roles and responsibilities, nobody knows where to go. There is no escalation metrics, there is no process defined, right? So that is where GRC plays a vital role nowadays. And any startup, if you see, they implement ISO 27001 as the basic framework for GRC, right? Because they want to be ready for any type of security incident, for any type of cyber incident. They want to be ready with that, right? So that is why GRC plays a vital role in any organization, be it a startup or be it a established firm where everything is there, but GRC is not there. Okay, so that is a big challenge for any firm without GRC. That's why GRC is very important. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe many of them having questions on this. If they have any questions, please come up with the questions. Okay, if not, we can continue. Yes. Well, here comes the big questions. Now, we spoke all about GRC, what is GRC, why GRC and all. Now, but the big question is why cyber GRC, right? So we all understood what is GRC now. So as we told, as Love was telling earlier, basically our aim with this whole agenda is to have a hands-on training. We all would have done multiple trainings in our career cycle basically, but most of them they talk about theoretical, which is of not much useful initially, though it's good, but when you get into the hands-on or jobs, that is where we will land up in a challenging position. So we see a big gap in that aspects, theoretical and hands-on implementation knowledge, and we are here to cover that gap, right? So we are here to cater both B2C, B2B. Basically, we render services in businesses also, right? And we do have academic part for the career, fresh outcomes, college outcomes, and people who are in the transition phase of their career or who want to upskill in their current positions or career. Our main agenda would be to provide a hands-on training where you should be able to get a thorough knowledge on how things happens, how we implement in a real environment, right? So we have a few case studies where we ask you to work on that, where you get insight knowledge on implementation, and even we cover how the audit part it will go on how we have to prepare for audit. If somebody is an organization who are in the part of implementation, and you have to be prepared for auditing also, right? When auditing comes in, you need to know what all the things that you have to be prepared for. That is where we as a cyber GRC, we handhold you all.
That is right. That is absolutely right, Jayant. And for example, very small example I'll take, right? I can complete any course with slides in 20 to 30 hours. It's practically possible, right? Because I just have to go through the slides. And trust me, when we do the risk assessment, only risk assessment part in ISO 27001, it takes us 16 hours just to perform the risk assessment part. Why? Because nobody is going through the slides there. We are actually performing it. We are trying to identify the asset. We are trying to identify the associated threat. We are trying to identify the associated vulnerability. We are trying to understand how to mitigate, what is risk capacity, what is risk appetite, accordingly making the decision, preparing the notes for the senior management, how to present the risk to them. Each and everything will cover, right? So these things take time. That's what I'm saying, right? Theory very easy to go, anybody can do. Practical, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, both from the trainer side also and from the learner side also, both ways. But at the end of the day, the outcome is very good. At the end of the day, you get a lot of mistakes, you get a lot of issues. Because of that, you learn. That is the best part, right? So that is where cyber GRC stands. All the courses, whatever we have, completely hands-on, no theory, nothing. Every time at the end of every course, you will be given a live case study to perform. You will be only given the certification once you actually implement end to end. Otherwise, there is no certification. We have a simple formula. Okay. The exam itself is the implementation that you are doing, right? That is the exam for us. Okay. So I hope this makes sense.
So we have a question from Abhishek. Not question, actually, he wants to tell something. So Abhishek says, I have been working as an IT lead for the past 10 years with 6 years of experience in a managerial role. I have been handling mid to small size companies with employee strength ranging from 5,000 to 1,000. And I manage various domains, including customer support, networking, security, and cloud operations. However, for the past 5, 6 months, I have been feeling that something is missing, though I haven't been able to clearly visualize what it is. Whenever I need to set a rule or process, I end up creating a new strategy or a fresh plan from scratch each time. Love, sir, I request your guidance on how ISO 27001 can help me practically in my current responsibilities and setup. Let me know if you would like me to help you understand how ISO 27001 can be applied step by step in sample case.
So he wants to he wants himself to make me understand, or he
That's
has a
what
question.
yeah, I think the last line
Last line
I didn't
it's
get.
misleading, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
go ahead, speak up,
Go
man.
ahead.
I don't know what exactly you're trying to say, but yeah, go ahead. If you want me to explain the journey to me, go ahead. I am listening.
Abhishek,
But see,
uh,
Abhishek is asking for your guidance on how ISO can be practically
Okay,
he's in
implemented.
okay.
office.
He's in
Okay.
office.
Right.
Not an issue.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll tell you, Abhishek. See, the reason why it's okay. I got it. I got your point. Yeah. So the reason why you and me or Jayant or anybody would be in a doubt or in a dilemma when we start again from scratch for everything is only because of one thing: lack of knowledge. That's it. Once you understand the whole framework, how exactly ISO 27000 works, trust me, you will not have any doubt in your mind after the session. Okay, and you will be really in a much better position than you are in right now. And I understand your position because most of my students are struggling with the same thing. Okay, and I completely resonate with you. Okay, so that is where you need to join the practical course and you need to learn on the practical side of things, how exactly you need to work on it. That is the reason you're not able to implement, because you haven't implemented before, right? And ask me, a person who has done 25 implementations internationally, it's just a cakewalk right now, right? You ask me any industry, I can implement, because I have that experience, right? And you also need that experience, and that is why we are here, to deliver you that experience. Okay, that is all that we stand for. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Anybody else, Shantaji?
No, yes, 100% practical. So
200%
Abhishek,
practical. Yeah, yeah.
so Abhishek, don't worry. What you need to do is just start with the certification program courses, and I think that will help you implement in your real life much more than what you are doing currently.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
Anyone else has a question?
I see so many participants without questions. Guys, we are doing this for you, not for us. We know all this. Come on. It's your
Please speak
platform.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
please
make
speak
the
up.
best use of it. Right. We are here for you.
You can ask all your questions here so that it is easier for you to decide which course to choose or to go ahead with all of them, whatever it is. Yeah, Satish has a question. To become like Love Johar, you're the GRC expert. I started with the ISO 27000 certification, 27001 certification. Next kind of certifications I need to do as a roadmap. I think
So
he's looking for a guidance for the next course.
after 27,001, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Very,
Yes.
very easy. Very easy. See, nowadays, Satish, you have artificial intelligence on the horizon, right? You have privacy on the horizon. Immediately go for AIMS and PIMS as your next goal. And I can assure you 200% it will impact your career journey. Okay, immediately go for AIMS and PIMS. That's it. And even if you've done these two, and trust me, minimum 20 to 30% hike you will see easily. I'm telling you, because the industry now is shifting towards these things, right? So you will be the first one who will be able to implement AIMS, who will be implement PIMS in your organization, right? So look at it from that perspective. Don't go for BCMS, because BCMS some time ago it was important, but right now you should go for AIMS and PIMS. Definitely. Okay.
Anyone else has questions? Satish, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
hi, Manish here.
Yeah,
yeah,
Manish.
Manish.
Yeah. So, love, I'm just in dilemma. Just what is that Comtech security? It's more of a technical, or it's more about like compliance risk and all.
CompTIA
Because
Security Plus is for somebody who is diverted towards technical side of things. For example, somebody who likes ethical hacking, somebody who likes VAPT, somebody who likes patching, somebody who likes to fix the bugs and all. Definitely CompTIA Security Plus.
okay, so it is cyber. It comes under cyber security, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a part of cybersecurity,
So
right?
in that there are so many domain in ComSci. I have to choose
Right.
one per. I
Right,
have
right.
to choose.
So there are different domains in CompTIA Security Plus, but these are very short domains, not as compared to CISSP8 domains. These are very short domains which will be able to easily clear up the exam also. The exam is little bit tricky. I won't say it's easy because I also had to study a lot. But yeah,
Mhm.
you'll be able to clear it up. But only the
Oh,
one thing is that are you inclined towards technical side of things? That is the first question. If not, then it will be difficult for you.
so technical in terms of like OS level technical or just it's a security level technical.
Security level technical, like do you enjoy fixing bugs, do you enjoy fixing patching, do you enjoy doing ethical hacking, do you enjoy finding vulnerabilities, if you
Configuring devices.
configuring
Mm.
devices, yeah,
Uh,
all this. So if this all technical stuff intrigues you, configuring a firewall, all these things, so then
Mm.
definitely CompTIA Security Plus is your cup of tea.
And what will be the next after this? If suppose I have done this,
Hmm.
it is the next will be CSSP. It is.
No, 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 no. For somebody who has already done CompTIA Security Plus, then I would highly suggest to go for ISO 27001, because technical side you have covered. But what about the managerial side? That's where you need GRC, right? So that's where
Mhm.
ISO 27001 highly recommended after that. That is what I also did, right? I initially did CompTIA Security Plus. After that, ISO 27001.
I know about this SSCP that is related
Not at the
to
initial level. Not at the initial level. No, no,
that is not recommended. Huh?
not at all. Not at all. No.
Okay, that is
Okay.
more about what actually I'm not SSCP.
See, SSCP, OCSP, OCCP, there are many certifications, right? But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm telling you, you just stay focused on that. At initial level, you only need two things: CompTIA Security Plus and ISO. That's it. After that,
Okay.
you can decide, okay, as a next step, what it could be. But at the initial level, these are the only two things which will help you in your journey. That's it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Abhishek has a question. So, can you give me an example of how a person works without ISO 27001 and where they get stuck, and how another person, by using ISO 27001, brings profit to the organization or to self?
Very easy.
Comparison.
Very
Yeah.
easy. Jen can answer this. Jen, go ahead.
See, it's a very good question, definitely. So you're differentiating yourself among non-having ISO certification and certification knowledge here, right? See, basically, you know what is CIA here. First thing, you should understand CIA triad, what we talk about. What is confidentiality, integrity, availability, and the one who is not into this certification, who don't have this basics knowledge, you don't know how to secure the information. Basically, we will be working for the sake of working, but we will be not be adding any value in that, right? That is the major things. Knowing the CAA trash is very important. That is where we talk about this ISO 27000, which covers in detail about the CAA trash.
Right. And how to help your organization if you already know ISO is very simple. There's something which might be hitting the organization 10 months down the line, but if you are doing risk assessment proactively, you are already mitigating that threat in advance. That is called a proactive threat management. This is how you are helping your organization to save that much of money, to save those data breaches to happen, to save those ransomware attacks to happen, to save those phishing attacks from happening, right? That is where you're saving a lot of money, trust me. And somebody, when you join the course, we discuss about, even today also in one of the batches I was discussing about how you can justify the cost of a firewall to the senior management, because they don't know how firewall works, right? But somebody who has done ISO 27001, it's very easy for that person, because all this is what we cover in this session actually. How you can do the qualitative analysis, how you can do the quantitative analysis, how you can present to the management the ROI and all that, because business is all about numbers, right? Business is not about security. Business only about ROI. So management will only invest in firewalls and all when they understand the result of that, right? And how you can do that. All this comes under ISO 27001. So the question that you are asking is basically a part of the session which we do in the ISO. But definitely at a very higher level, what Jayant said is absolutely right. If you don't know how to protect the CI triad, if you don't know how to protect the non-repudiation part of things, if you don't know what is AAA, then definitely it will be a very big problem for anybody on the security side of things to actually, I would say, survive in this career, because these things are vital for somebody to know, right?
So
Yeah,
adding to that, see, all these things are good, but again, most of the organization or individual, they didn't even dream of thinking about discarding the information, right? There is a lot of breaching, information breaching, or security aspects coming with respect to the discarding of the information, basically. So this ISO talks about, and it covers that also, how the data or information has to be discarded. There
right,
is a procedure and way for this.
right,
That is other main aspects which we
right.
need to all knowledge on it.
Yeah.
We have Nayan raising hands. Nayan, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Hello. Actually, my question is after did ISO lead auditor, so which job profile actually will open for us, like risk assessment, internal
You
auditor,
will see that in the next slide. We have it covered for you already.
okay.
Yeah, that
And
is
one more thing,
already there. Yeah, go ahead.
actually, when there is a sorry, ISO implemented it also there, right? Different certifications. So when we need to move from, when we need to do for that.
You mean lead implementer one?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, if you ask me, actually, very good question, first of all. Many people who did their lead auditors back in 2020 and 2021 and 2022 actually joined me, for my batches. And I asked them why you did auditor course first. So they said somebody asked us to do that. That's why we did it, right? So, but for me, if you ask, understanding the implementation is important. Just only one thing you tell me. I mean, without creating a policy, can you audit the policy? Tell me that.
No, no. First, the
It's
important
not
is
it's
create.
not possible, right? So I don't know who started this mess. Actually, it's a mess, and in the market, it's all about auditing and auditing, right? But I don't know who started this marketing gimmick actually, but it's not true. Unless and until you know how to implement something, there's no way on earth you can actually audit it. It's not possible actually, right? So that is where always go for implementation. I think somebody just asked me what to do after 27001. You see, I only said about implementation. I never mentioned about anything about audit. Because see, as a consultant, if you want to grow, if you want to earn more money in your career, if you want to do a part time also, if you want to do actually something in your career, you need to learn the implementations. That is where you'll get clear growth and easy growth, because market is in demand of that.
Thank you.
Got it? Got it?
So maybe Love, you can take a overview of this also. You can navigate through them on this picture.
Maybe
Yeah.
we have but couple of sites left, so let us go in the flow. It's
Okay.
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 Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Go back, Sugandha. Yeah. So this is done. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, again, as we all spoke, like we mostly count in hands-on training, right? And a dedicated trainer for we have weekend batches, weekdays batches, everything. Um, so definitely, when it comes to price, we all think about the first and foremost what it comes to our brand is price or fees. What we talk about, we do have affordable prices or fees, right? We have that flexibility with us.
Right.
So based on your read and your availability of the time, you can think of getting into weekdays batch or weekend batches, right? We have a group batches in group or in minimum like one-to-one handhold trainings also here.
Right. Right. Go ahead. So this is the roadmap, a career roadmap for anybody towards the GRC industry, right? This is what have shown in most of my sessions so far to make everybody understanding where you will be actually after doing the ISO 27001. What are the target roles that you can apply for, right? Like Naveen asked, what are the positions that I can apply for, right? So these are the roles. So from feeder roles till entry level roles, you can easily apply, right? After doing ISO 27001, you can apply as a associate consultant, information security GRC analyst, policy analyst, risk analyst, compliance specialist. All these roles you can apply, right? And also the lower level roles, feeder roles also you can apply. Okay. But after doing ISO, then as I mentioned, you have separate categories. If you go for CISA, if you go for C risk, then you have the mid-level roles. For example, then you can go for the GRC lead, the compliance manager, the GRC, the vendor risk analyst, risk management lead. All these roles will come after that, right? And even after that, if you want to study beyond that, like somebody was mentioning, CCSP and all that. So all those things are there at the like beyond the mid level. At a higher level, then you have those courses where you have CISSP also, CISM is also there. So these are the high level courses that you can do in order to become a director or a VP at the information security level. So here you see from a foundation level, from a network administrator or a IT support level to the entire VCISO or CISO trajectory. This is how it goes. And this is for the entire GRC career roadmap. So there you have the job profiles also, and accordingly the salaries and the hikes and also go on accordingly. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, again, the question arises, what for freshers or one who is getting into this working area or in the career, starting their career, and what is the flavor we have for one who is already in the domain, like so in the or looking for a transition. See, for a freshers, we have a handhold support here with respect to the training. We focus more on like hands-on training, as we told before, also, right? And we do support for their interview preparation. It's not just that we cover theory practical on all. We will just help you to prepare yourself for interviews, mock interviews, resume building, right? In overview, we can say we mentor you in all the aspects to build your career in the initial stage as a freshers. But whereas in when we talk about the one who is already in the domain or who was looking for a transition in the career path, so yes, we deeply cover in the course, right, with respect to different aspects in this ISO 20000 or any other courses. We talk about the AI SM, which we have it, which is happening at the moment. So we are staying ahead with that as well, right? So based on requirement, you can customize B2B, B2C, all that is there. But majorly we focus on practical hands-on. We use certain tools as well so that you get better understanding on that, right? And we do provide templates, like example, what is policy, what is scope, SOA, all that. It all comes with this risk template, risk management, SOAs. We do provide the sample templates for as well. So
Right,
that gives you the
right.
overview, better understanding, in-depth understanding on the learning what you are into.
Right.
Right.
So each and every course that we are offering will come with the entire toolkit. For example, if you go for 27001, each and every clause toolkit will be given to you, how to actually implement that clause in an organization. Similarly, any course that you'll be doing, you'll be getting all the templates, the checklist, whatever is required for the implementation, you'll be getting that hands-on support. Okay, so it's not only course, it's not only training, it's not only practical implementation, it's actually giving you the framework also, so that tomorrow at any organization you can go and implement by yourself. Okay.
And apart from this, I would also like to add that we'll
Yeah.
also handhold you during your interview preparations. Like many of you will learn, right? You'll practice from us. But when it comes to deliver to the employer who is interviewing you, many of us struggle to have that confidence level, right? We know the answers, but we're not able to speak. So we'll help you boost up the confidence. We'll have some interview sessions with you so that we can help you prepare where you are lacking. Like you might struggle in working with teams, certain people struggle at having leadership qualities, having the confidence to present themselves in front of people. So that is also an aspect that we cover when we take this journey ahead, like not only delivering the standards or giving you the practical applications, we also help you how it will help you in entering an industry, right? Like especially for the freshers, right? Who have just got out of the college and don't know how to face the interviews, right? Conducting any sessions, have never got into the group discussions where they face the interviews, the bombarding of the questions that are done. So we also train from that aspect also because we feel that if you have gone from us, you cover all the aspects and you land directly in a good job, right? So that is also a part that we deliver in our cyber GRC.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
that's true. That's true. Right, Sugandha. Thank you. Go ahead.
And sorry, guys, I want to ask this
Yeah.
question on behalf of all the candidates because I get this question asked very frequently. So, like, how we are going to assist them with the job placement, and which industry is having the highest demand of the ISO lead implementer, ISO 27001 lead implementer. So, if you could just throw some light on that and discuss more about it so that people can understand. So the people who are looking for the transition or the people who are looking to start their career into GRC. So this will be really helpful for them.
So basically, first of all, as you see, Cyber GRC has two verticals, right? One of the verticals is services also. As and when we get projects, we can hire you. Very simple, right? Because we need people like you. And the first and foremost thing which any trainer or any implementer would do is to search his own database, right? That's what I also do. So I'll see who was the most, the person who was asking me the most questions in my batch. That is the first one who I take always for the implementation, right? Because that guy has the most clarity. So that's why I always encourage to ask questions. Okay, so definitely first one is the Cyber GRC, who will be definitely hiring you all and hoping to get some big projects in the industry. And already right now, Jayant, we are already in touch with the people, right, for the projects. And as
Definitely,
soon as
yes.
yeah, and internationally also, we are already in touch with a lot of of clients. So definitely Cyber GRC is the first place where you will be definitely get hired, and that is why we have designed the organization in such a way that we can help you get the job. Definitely that's the first place. Second place after that is, as Sugandha mentioned, from here we are not leaving you after the course. That is not the funda here, right? The fundamental here is to prepare you for the interview also. So Sugandha rightly mentioned, right? We are here carving you up for the next round of interviews. We'll be giving you the questions also in the interview, what they will ask you. We'll be owning up your skills also for the interview, right? So Sugandha, I think maybe a little bit more clarity you have to add on here, because from a job perspective, I think your role plays a vital, part here. Go ahead.
Yes, absolutely right. So when it comes to the interview, right, many of like we can see even now, many of us are struggling to come on the camera even, right? So when we take the photographs, we have a lot of confidence. But today, when we have to present ourselves in front of someone from where we are going to take a professional career a step ahead, we are struggling to come on the camera. Are we not confident enough to what we have with us? We have the best faces in the world, right? So there are many who are still struggling. And we also see that many people who hardly are concerned about what our face looks like, are we dressed efficiently or not, they come in front, right? They speak, they give their words in detail. So this is what we do. Like we prepare you, we help you overcome all your flaws, right? Everyone has certain strengths, everyone has certain weaknesses. But when it comes to help you sit for the interview, there are many things, right? Sometimes you are nervous, sometimes you are not able
Your
to get the answer.
personality plays a vital role at that time.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, first of all, how you have to dress up, what kind of dressing sense you have to follow, because when you enter the room, right, the interviewers are waiting for you. They check that what the person is wearing, how are your hand expressions, what are the facial expressions, are you able to connect with them, maintain the eye contact with them, or your voice is fumbling, are you nervous? So, these are the certain aspects that the interviewer also checks, because when they hire us, they check that are we able to deliver to the employees, or if we have to visit a client location, are we able to communicate with them, will we be able to deliver the services they want. Like now only we are discussing about the auditor roles, the implementation roles. So how are you going to present yourself if you are not on the clear edge, or even you have a knowledge, right, you have attained 100% in the certification, but when it comes to deliver, you're not able to speak, you're not able to attend a seminar where you have to give the content to the people. How are you going to entertain them, right? So this is all what we do at Cyber GRC. Apart, when we have done the course material, we have done hands-on practice. Now is the time to get into a job. And how are we going to get into a job? The moment we clear our interviews, right? That is the very moment that the person feels, yes, he or she is a fit for my company. Because taking forward, if I have to send them to client location, or I have to ask them to travel to various locations, are they comfortable doing that, right? So we have to be presentable. We should have that life skills in us, leadership qualities, the building up of the confidence, the personality that we carry, right? Each person has a different personality. Some prefer being very loud when it comes to work, while some are very soft spoken, right? So it is a very different aspect when individuals come. It is not only about the freshers, it is also about the professionals, right? I
I
might
would
be an
say I
expertise.
would say it is more about the senior people, because at the end of the day, after working for 10 years, we actually forget all these things,
Yes,
right? From
right,
where we started.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. After 10 years, changing a career, taking a big transition and getting the interviews cracked, it becomes a painful area because we haven't done that in last 10 years. And we have been working in a same monotonous environment that we go to the office in the morning, we sit with a couple of people, we are working on our profile, and we come back home. So we are not connected with what the era is demanding. So nowadays, interviews, the HRs have a different aspect. They not only check how much knowledge do we have, that is something we can definitely grab. Now we have chat gpts, right? Why will we a person look for an expert when chat gpt can do everything? That is where our personality plays an important role, that how we pitch when we come in front of the camera, when we sit in a like group of 100 people, or we have to deliver any seminar, right? When we have to present our company for something, that is where our interview preparations, our communication skills come into play. So we will ensure that you all take a lot from us, not just the information, not just the course that we are offering, but yes, you have cleared all the 360-degree of your side, that we are thorough with our preparations. We have done practical trainings. We have done with the interview preparations. We have got the confidence level to sit in front of the camera as well, right? So that is the first thing. Like when the session started, I thought many of you will switch on their cameras. I thought many of you will come up with the questions, but I can see only like 5 or 6 people and they are repeating their questions, right? So this is something that everyone has to come up with. We should have the confidence. We are not asking something which is useless, right?
Very
We are
true.
asking
Very true.
something
Very true.
that is of
Yes.
our own domain, right?
Yes.
You want,
Yes.
you join the session not just to hear something. ये तो आपको YouTube पे कहीं पे भी मिल जाएगा, right? कि
Right.
कैसे boost करना है, कैसे सुन सकते हैं. Everything is available. This webinar is for the people who actually want to take the transition in their life, right?
Right.
तो आप
Right.
लोगों को खुद बोलना चाहिए that okay, I have this doubt. We are there to clear all your doubts, right? That is why we took this webinar live. कि हम लोग आप लोगों से interact करना चाहते हैं. We don't
Right.
want just
Right.
one-sided communication,
Exactly. Very true.
right?
Very true.
So this is
So,
how this
yeah.
plays.
Thank you, Sugandha. So, as a part of the gesture from our side, like Sugandha mentioned, it's already a lot of time since you guys are already here. So, definitely, whoever has joined the session, we'll be giving you some, I should not say gifts from our side, but definitely some sort of implementation material related to ISO 27001, related to ISO 22301, and some ebooks also we will give you, which will help you in your implementation journey, just for being a part of this webinar with us, right? So that will be there with you all.
That's
I
the
think
first step you actually took to your journey, right? So
Yeah.
your presence also counts a lot. And for your presence, we are just offering you a token of, you can say, reward to spend a lot of time, right? Giving your
Yeah.
crucial time to us.
And the
That too
guy,
during the weekend.
yeah, that too during a
Yeah,
weekend,
during
right?
the weekend, right?
Yeah. And special offer for somebody who will ask the most questions. Okay, special offer for that. I will reveal
And
it
the
at the
ones
end of the
the ones
course.
who
Yeah.
come on the camera, right?
No,
and
no,
I
that
think
that everybody will come now. Don't do that.
and I think Naveen, especially, he was traveling. Still, he attended the webinar and
Yeah.
participated 100%.
Naveen, you'll get a combo from us. Yeah.
Actually,
And
We'll
I'm,
be
even
I'm still in the middle of the travel, and I was the one who started the enthusiasm to ask questions. So I
definitely
yes,
took that
Nishkash.
Absolutely,
effort.
absolutely.
Nishkash, note his name. He deserves the hamper. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll give him
definitely.
a
Yeah,
big one.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have
Congratulations, Naveen.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have one question left. Omkar is asking: Is 2 years of IT support analyst experience considered as a fresher in GRC?
Uh, 2 years of IT analyst. Yeah, definitely a fresher. Because from a governance risk and compliance side, this is not a GRC related role. This is a IT related role. What you're doing, right? It's more of a service desk or a support profile. So definitely they won't entertain you until and unless you show them, demonstrate them how you can help them implement the ISO 27001 framework from the scratch in any organization. How would you start the process? How would you end the process? And all that. Only then they'll be, you'll be able to show some credibility. Without that, it's difficult because they will not consider this as a part of GRC. No.
Shailesh is asking: AI will replace manual intervention in GRC. Is it
That's
so?
why that's why we are going for AIMS, Shailesh. That's why we are taking over AI just to make sure that it doesn't happen. Yeah. That's why we are governing the AI. That's why AIMS is into play now. Everybody is talking about that. And that is why, as a foundation level, for anybody who will be attending any of the courses, we have decided, right, Nishkash, we'll be offering AIMS as a complimentary,
Right, right. So
for
that
that
will be the foundation for that.
at a very nominal price, like very small price. We'll be offering you that so that you can get a real understanding towards the AI related risk in the market. And more than that, I would say what exactly is AI all about, right? Because right now, Shantashi, I think everybody should know what is AI, right? It's high time. So yeah,
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
Yes. Also, we have
See, AI doesn't
Satish. Acha.
take over the roles basically. It goes with us day-to-day work. Only
No,
we
no,
should
no,
adapt
no, no,
to,
no.
right?
Jen, somehow he's right. Somehow he's right.
Right. Mm.
And this is one of the part of AI related risk, what he's mentioning, right? So he's definitely true on his part. But now that's where we as a implementers come into play. We as a governance professional come into play to make sure that it does not happen, right? So that is where I'm saying that AIMS plays a vital role to ensure that it doesn't happen. But yes, by default, it is designed that way. You see ChatGPT, right? Now nobody is using Google. How many times are you using Google, Jayant? You're not, right?
Yes.
That's the
One
beauty
should
of
know how
AI,
to use
right?
that ChatGPT now. Make
Exactly.
And
best use of it in your
Yeah.
and
day-to-day
I think
operations.
and I think nowadays whenever you ask something in Google, the first answer comes from ChatGPT only.
Exactly,
Absolutely,
exactly. That's the
absolutely.
beauty, right? So see,
Yes.
forget about jobs. AI has replaced Google, man. Come on.
True, 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 true.
We have Satish asking what are the courses, certification training Cyber GRC is providing.
Okay.
We have it in the next slide.
The next slide is all about that. Go ahead.
Yes,
Show
yes,
the next
yes.
slide. So these are the courses that we are offering, starting from ISO 42001 foundational course, implementer course, PIMS. We have ISMS, my favorite, BCMS. Jen's favorite. Risk management, third-party risk management, HIPAA, PCI DSS implementations, DPDP implementation, GDPR implementation. Then you have internal audit implementation. Then you have ITGC implementation as well. The last one, ITGC, is one of the rarest course outside in the market. You can see nobody is teaching ITGC at the moment. Okay, it's the rarest of the institutes that they're offering these courses, and at a very high pricing, which we can't afford actually. So the last one is a unique course in itself, and apart from that, the foundation course for AIMS also, the first one, that is also a very unique course in itself, because until and unless you will know how the AI works, what are the types of AI, what are the types of ML, what are the types of platforms for these things, you cannot implement AIMS in any company, right? So that is why we are offering you that transition towards ISO 42001 journey. So that is why it's a very unique course in itself that we are offering, right? So these are all about the courses. Questions?
Yes, Praneeth has a question. After attending the 27001 course, do we have to attend a separate examination for the certification?
Yes, the examination will be comprising of two things. First examination, you will be have to submit a complete implementation of a case study that we'll be offering you. You have to show us whether you are capable to implement in that environment as per the case study or not. That will be the first examination. And second examination will be for the global certification that you will be going for. If you want to apply for the global certification, discuss, tell them what is the process.
So if you want to apply for the global certification, there's a additional charge for it, right? And you'll have to clear the examination. So I mean, you guys will be getting the global certificate from Intertech as of now, right? And going forward, we'll be getting other accreditation bodies as well, so that we are hoping to get them on board very soon. So yeah.
I think that's the next question. What Satish has, which certification bodies you are linked with, and if we write any certification from your end, are we getting any discount for the certification examination fee?
Definitely, yes. What Nishkash actually mentioned right now, we are a partner with Intertech, and we are giving you at a very discounted rate. You can compare in the market. What we are offering you, you'll not be getting those rates anywhere. Okay, and that is why we started this journey, guys. We did not start this journey to make money. Our journey here is to help you all, so that we can support you in your career. That's the reason why we are here. We want to stay for a long term, so money is not the motive here.
Yeah, hi, Doc.
Yes, Manish,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, I have a question. First of all, because I know that to get it into any security, you have to be a minimum experience of 1 year. That's the company will consider. So over here, so after doing your hands-on, so how we are going to showcase that your experience, what we are going to. So what will be your take on this? So.
After doing the course, if you are very much active in the course, if you have actually implemented like we have suggested, if you have implemented the case study by yourself and not by using ChatGPT, because we have plagiarism softwares also with us, we will where we will find out that also. If you have done that, definitely we will help you with resume tailoring, where we will help you to establish that 1 to 2 years of experience, and you will be able to demonstrate that also to the interviewer how you did that. Okay, so that will be there.
Okay. And
Yes.
I just want to know this right now that it's many it's DevSecOps, it is booming in the market, and it is something related to the which security comes under this thing. Just could you explain me?
DevSecOps is more towards automation side of things when you
Mm.
see, right? For example, you want to automate the security side of things whenever you are deploying the infrastructure in cloud and all that. That's more about it's more on the technical side of things. It's not a part of GRC.
Okay, okay. So that is not under security.
Not a
Okay.
part of GRC. Definitely a part of security, not a part of GRC. Because security has domains, right? As I
Yeah.
mentioned, you have ethical hacking, you have VAPT, you have GRC, you have
Mm.
cyber security, right? Information security. So GRC is mainly related with information security.
Okay. So which security comes under this thing? DevSecOps,
Cyber security.
cyber security.
It's a
Okay.
part
And
of cyber security.
okay, okay. And I don't see this in your list is Comstar Security Plus.
CompTIA Security Plus, right now we are only giving one-to-one hands-on, because right now it's not a huge demand in the market. So definitely, if you get in touch with Nishkash, we can give you one-to-one implementation for CompTIA Security Plus also, because
Okay.
it's a very long course. Like usually, I have done it once in one batch only, which had 60 people, and
Mm-hmm.
it took me like 90 hours just to complete that course, because I had to demonstrate also what they're learning, right? So again, in slides, somebody can cover it in 30 hours also, but again, you won't learn a lot from that, right? So from a
Mm-hmm.
practical understanding, it's a very long course. That's why it's not listed here. So somebody needs a lot of patience and all for that course.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
just confused here. What do we because choose here? Because it's I should go to for the GRC or this Comstar because you
That
said
is
Comstar
that is
is
what I
not in
said.
demand. That's what I'm.
Exactly, exactly. It's not in demand. It's only in demand in the US. If you go in any job role in the US, CompTIA
Mm-hmm.
Security Plus is the first thing they will ask you, right? But apart
Okay.
from that, in the entire globe, ISO 27001 is the first thing they will ask you, okay? Because this is the thing that we do on a day-to-day basis. We have candidates from all across the international globe, right? So
Mm-hmm.
anywhere else you will see, even I can make you talk with people, only ISO 27001 they ask for.
So this is the base actually. I so
This is the
this
foundation. This is the foundation. Yes. Yes.
yeah. So
This is the
after this,
foundation.
we can choose the whichever like domain we
Yes.
can
After
go
this,
through.
yes. After this, you can choose whether you want to go to audit side, risk side, or whatever suits you better, right?
And right now, as per the market, which is the highly in demand?
Two courses, two jobs actually high in demand right now. One is the third party risk analyst. Very easily, in the market, you see the LinkedIn every day, like hundreds of postings of third party risk. And second is AIMS. These two highly in demand at the moment.
Okay. For that
Yeah.
also, we need to have this basic, right?
Otherwise
ISO.
you can't jump on that directly. It's
Yeah.
not possible. No, 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 no. It's
Yeah.
not
So.
possible. Yeah. And for AIMS, so actually you have to do the foundation level also. Otherwise, you can't directly jump to 2001 also. It's very tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because see, it's very simple. Until and unless you will understand a technology, can you implement it? You tell me.
No, it's not possible.
Simple. So at the foundation level, we make you understand the technology first. Then you go for implementation, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
I think Nayan is waiting to ask a question.
Yeah, actually, I have two questions. Like, first is what is the pa exam pattern for this implemented global certification? And
See,
second,
very
yeah,
simple. Global certification examination will be conducted by Intertech, right? The Intertech is a global recognized body. You can check on the internet, and they'll be conducting the examination. So maybe they'll be conducting, or maybe me and Jayant can also conduct on their behalf. Both of the options are available, right? But that will be conducted by a global recognized body only. And yeah, what is the second question?
It will be validated by them itself,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Though we
You will get,
conduct, it will be validated. Yes.
yeah. Anyway, they will be putting their stamp on it. Yeah. Go ahead. What is the second one?
no, actually, what is exam pattern? Like, it's question or they are only
MCQs.
questions?
MCQs.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And second one is suppose now till I get switched to implementer job. So meanwhile, if suppose I want to apply for internal audit, right? So should I need to do for this lead auditor course or that is
No,
enough?
no, not auditor. Implementer course you need to do, right? Because
For in,
implementer course will cover the internal audit part also, right? For example, clause number 9 is there, which talks about internal audit. So we'll be telling
yes,
you how to perform internal audit, how to find the non-compliances and all. That's what I'm saying. If somebody knows how to implement ISO 27001, half of the doubts are gone already. Whatever you're asking is because of that only.
yeah, fine. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. We do cover all that.
Yeah, we have question from Sachin. I started my career a year ago as an associate in GRC. Which course should I begin with from the basics?
Without even thinking, you know the answer, right, Jayant? Tell him.
Yes, definitely. It is that one we are speaking for a long time.
Is it
ISO
ISO
27, ISO
27000?
27001. Yes.
Yeah, I think I have also,
Right.
got that with so many question answers.
See, adding to that, there is a lot of migration is going on, Sachin. Like earlier, if you know, like we had a older version, 2013, and now it is 2022, and most of the organization are looking for migration. They're in the phase of it's mandatory for them to migrate to the new version, so it's in high demand now. There's a right time for that.
We have another question from Satish. What is the period of LMS access you're providing whoever joins or registers your training?
So talking about the LMS access, Naveen, you will be given the access for 1 year, right? And you will also be given the access to the drive where you can see all the study material and the recorded session. Because the training will be completely live, right? For example, for some reason, if you are unable to attend the session, in that case, you can refer to that recorded session.
So you're going to not miss out on anything and you have an access for a long time
Right.
about the learning that you're doing. Yes. Anyone else? Questions? I think, in short, Love and Jen, the kind of certification courses that Cyber GRC is providing, it is not only going to upskill their knowledge or their hands-on learning skills and everything. It is going to make them industry ready, making transition to more senior roles and everything. Omkar is asking about, can you explain salary structure?
Not on the record, Omkar. It would be not possible on the record. Maybe tomorrow you can call Nishkarsh, and Nishkarsh we can take this tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Because salary, if I start revealing, half of you will leave the house. So I don't want that. Yeah. Because then you'll be thinking, oh, I'm getting so much less.
So I think half
That
of
is
them
why.
or majority of them will start registering for the courses and, get that kind of salary.
Exactly. Because when you'll see the real salaries, they're very high actually in GRC, right? Okay.
So I think, yeah, Sugandha, are we done with the slides?
No, just we are left with a few, like about the services.
Okay, Saranya has a question.
I think Sugandha, we should stop here. Maybe we'll have another session for the remaining slides because we're already running out of time. So let's stop the slides. We'll only have a
Oh,
Q&A now. Yeah, because I don't want to stretch
Love, I
everybody
have one
right now.
question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, love. To get into GDPR codely, like, what is the international standard certificate that we opt for in terms of exam point of view after
GD,
completing the program?
GDPR, huh?
GDPR, GDPR, yeah.
So for courses like GDPR, for courses like HIPAA, for courses like SOC 1, SOC 2, there is no international body that gives you that certification, right? So for courses like lead implementer, lead auditor, these are the standard courses for which you get the international certifications. For the other courses, Cyber GRC will be giving you the certification and we'll be conducting the examination.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a question from Satish. Which is the best country to relocate if we are experienced for a while in the GRC?
Very tricky question actually. But for now, I have your answer, and you're lucky. I only got to know this about 2 months back. So right now, huge demand in Abu Dhabi, Oman side of things, and the UAE side, Dubai and all. Huge demand for GRC professionals, and people are earning like again, I can't say on the record, but trust me, guys, you can't believe how much they're earning at the moment. Okay, so that is the area. You should actually relocate yourself if you actually want to earn more.
I think first take up the courses, complete everything. I'm sure you will have ample opportunities to, upgrade yourself, relocate, whatever you want, and make a very good impact on your career.
Right.
Any other question? Do we have any other question, guys?
The
No.
session will be live session, right? Whichever.
This session?
No,
The
not this session.
sessions, the
The
courses.
sessions which we.
Definitely, Baba. Otherwise, what is the purpose of the session?
It is an instructor-led training live.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, 100%.
We are not migrated for that into the AI basically, no, right?
Yeah,
It.
good.
Yes, I think we are.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
we're done.
anybody else who has any questions, Nishkarsh is your point of contact. Okay. You'll get his details, Nishkarsh. Maybe you can add your,
And just a small announcement that
yeah.
we are going to start with our new batch of ISO 27001 lead implementer from 6th of July. On Sunday, we'll be covering the orientation part where you can interact with your trainer about the topics, how we are going to deliver the training. You will get to understand the structure. And at the end of the training, how we are going to help you with, how we are going to handhold you throughout the journey, right? So if you really want to enroll yourself in the coming batch, you can reach out to me, or I'll just drop a message on WhatsApp if you will be having any further query related to the courses, related to the batches, how you guys are going to how we are going to conduct the session, or if you want to have a one-on-one interaction with our trainer before you join it. If you have any query, just let me know. Okay, so I'll be there to help you.
Also, Nishkarsh, I think we are starting with 22301 as well, right? At the same time.
Correct, correct. Along with it, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. We are also starting BCMS. So if
yeah.
anybody is interested in enrolling for BCMS also, you can just let me know. So that will be the weekdays batch, and the timing will be 6 to 8 in the morning. I think that is suitable for most of the working professionals. Why we are keeping 12 to 4, a noon time for our weekend batch, because that is suitable for all, even for the students or the people who are just who have just passed from the colleges and they want to make their career into the GRC. So that is more suitable for them, right? So if anyone is having any question related to this, you can just ask me.
Omkar has a question now. Duration of course.
Yeah, so like we mentioned, the duration will be 40 to 50 hours. Okay, and if you go for the weekend batch, the duration of one session will be 4 hours, 12 to 4. And if you go for the weekdays batch, the duration of one session will be 2 hours, 6 to 8 in the morning.
I think, yeah. Any other questions? Malesh, you want to ask something? Yeah, I think there are no
Oh,
more
yeah.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So, just to add, we would like to just to let you know, and also you can enroll in our, you can subscribe to our channel, right? That is on LinkedIn, so that you stay posted with all the latest contents related to ISO and GRC, and also about the courses that we have, right? So it will help you to understand every aspect, and also you'll stay updated with whatever content we upload on the daily basis. So I think that will be an additional benefit for you all also. So we'll be sharing you the LinkedIn page, right? Nishkash will be keeping you posted on all these aspects wherever we have our channels, so that whenever any webinars are organized or we have any content that is being uploaded, so you get to get the deep knowledge about it, right? So that can be done. Rest is entirely up to you. If you want to take the opportunity, you can obviously grab it. It's totally free of cost, right? You can get into the channels and start grabbing the opportunities where you get to learn. And also at our WhatsApp channels, you can feel free to connect and ask any doubts. Okay, I think no one wants to respond for this now.
Okay, so I think thanks all of you to join, for joining this course. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Love. Thank you, Sugandha. Thank you, Nishkarsh, for all your insights. I think Jen and Love had the most number of questions and the entire explanation. I think all of you have understood at least what is this all about, what are the certification courses that you'll be getting which will help you enhance in your career. And yes, Nishkarsh will be in touch with all of you for the further process. I think it's high time now. Please, you have a lot of questions, so it seems you're really really interested to grow in your career. So please do not hold on to it now. Just grab the opportunity, as Sugandha mentioned. Go ahead and register, let us know, and then we'll be all happy to guide you with all of these processes. Last words, any last words, Jayant and Love, to conclude before concluding?
One humble request. I always say this in the end of all the sessions which I attend, and especially in all the webinars and seminars that I get invited to. So money these days is very hard earned, right? When we are working as a professional, 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, nowadays it has a lot of value, right? So whenever we are investing in any course, the first thing and foremost thing that we should always look out is, are we getting the value out of it or not? That is very important, right? If the instructor is shouting at people who are asking questions, if the instructor is not behaving with them properly, I think, be it the best of the institutes in the world, it has no value for you, right? So that is where you need to be very conscious about these things. And secondly, from where you're getting the live training, that's very important, because somebody who is already in the industry can only provide you the live information. Otherwise, it is very difficult for a trainer to tell you all this, because a trainer is only a trainer. But a implementer, if it is a trainer, that will give you the real value, because that guy knows the end to end stuff, right? So that's where you should spend your money, and that's where you should actually go for. That's only one humble request, because it's very hard nowadays to earn money and to get a job. That's why. Yeah. Over to
So
you, Chand.
adding post the course, the confidence that you get post this course talks a lot, right? Maybe many of you have completed many other courses, but once you have a hands-on experience on all these things and handheld support, the confidence level that you have to attend the interview, basically, that is worth of investment, right? That talks a lot. That's all for now, right? Thank you each and everyone for being a part of this webinar. Thank you, Shantasri.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a great weekend ahead. Although, we are just end of Saturday, but yes, have a great Sunday and start your journey from Monday. We are expecting a lot of calls, a lot of emails or contacts from you. Nishkash will be in touch with you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.